अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। 9th क्लास के मैथमेटिक्स सब्जेक्ट में मैं आप सबों को खुशामदीद कहता हूँ। आज हम एक्सरसाइज 5.1 का क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, 4, 5, 6 और 7 करने जा रहे हैं। क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 जो है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, कंसिडर द टू पोस्टुलेट्स इन एक्शंस जो यूक्लिड ने दिए हैं, तो उनमें से दो हमने कंसिडर करना है। तो पार्ट नंबर 1 जो है, given any two distinct points A and B, there exists a third point C, which is in between A and B, which is in between A and B. The distinct point A to B says no that back point exists because point C use darmiyan A is the B is. At wucho ese, there are various undefined terms in the given postulates. The given there exist at least 3 points that are not on the same line. 3 points that exist on the same line. Do these postulates contain any defined terms? Defined term or these postulates consistent? Do they follow from Euclid's postulates? Explain. Explain. Also, there are various undefined terms. Where I can term definition in the given postulate. The given postulates are consistent. Consistent because they refer to two different. They refer to two different points. Also, it is impossible to deduce any statement that contradicts any postulate. These postulates do not follow from Euclid's postulate. They follow from the axiom. Given two distinct points, there is a third point for them. There are several undefined terms which can be listed. The postulate 1 and 2nd are consistent because they deal with the separate situation. Postulate first states that given 2 points A and B, there is a point C which lies on the line in between them. Postulate second states that for given 2 points A and B, we can take a point C which does not lie on the line joining A and B. Agar is triangle banao. It's observed that the postulate do not follow Euclid's postulate, however they follow Euclid's axiom, which follows Euclid's postulate 1 that for given two distinct points there is a unique line that passes through them. Question number 4. If a point C lies between 2 points A and B, agar point C is the B such that AC is equal to BC, then prove that AC is equal to 1/2 of AB. Explain by drawing the figure. अगर पॉइंट सी ए तो बी दरमियान इत पे कि ए सी बराबर बी सी तेल कर प्रूव ए सी हसा बराबर 1/2 ऑफ ए बी। अम खतर बनो अस लाइन ए बी अत तुर नेसपस मज सी, गिवन दैट ए सी इज इक्वल टू बी सी। यह और दिख पॉइंट सी लाइज बिटवीन 2 पॉइंट्स ए एंड बी इन दरमियान टू प्रूव ए सी इज इक्वल टू 1/2 ऑफ ए बी। ए सी इज इक्वल टू 1/2 ऑफ ए बी। Proof. Consider AC is equal to BC. पता है, adding AC to both sides. AC करो is both sides. तो मान लो कि AC plus AC is equal to BC plus AC का equation 1. You got 2AC is equal to BC plus AC. Here BC plus AC coincides with AB. AB, it is known that the things which coincides one another are equal to one another. तो go BC plus AC go AB equation 2. It's also known that the things which are equal the same thing, are equal to one another. From equation first and second, we obtain AC plus AC is equal to AB, 2AC is equal to AB, AC is equal to 1/2 of AB. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 ही था यहाँ पे जो मैंने आपको दिखाया है ये. Question number 5. In the above question, point C is called midpoint. 4 क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 के रेफरेंस देता है midpoint of the line segment AB. Prove that every line segment has one and only one midpoint. प्रत line segment given. Let there be two midpoints C and D. इस थो line AB अथो zoom midpoint C तो D. C is the midpoint of AB. C is the midpoint of AB. To prove every line segment has one and only one midpoint. Proof. Easier solution. Let's assume D be the midpoint of AB. Is the D has a midpoint AB. Therefore, AD is equal to DB. AD has a DB is barabar. But it is given that C is the midpoint of AB. Magar death ki C midpoint of AB. Therefore, AC is equal to CB. Equation 2. Subtracting equation from equation second. AC minus AD is equal to CB minus DB. DC is equal to minus DC. DC is equal to 0. Twice DC is equal to 0. DC is equal to 0. Therefore, C and D coincides. And thus, every line segment has one and only one midpoint. ये लेंथी सोल्यूशन है तो आपने ये करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. इन द फॉलोइंग फिगर इफ AC is equal to BD, अगर AC च बराबर BD then prove that AB is equal to C. तेल चेस वन AB च बराबर CD. From the figure it can be observed that AC is equal to AB plus BC. Use AC च AB plus BC. The BD use च BC plus CD. BC plus given. AC is equal to BD. Given says already that AC is barabar BD. To prove AB is equal to CD, proof AB plus BC is equal to BC plus CD. Equation first. According to Euclid's axiom, when equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are also equal. Subtracting BC from the equation 1, we obtain AB plus BC minus BC is equal to BC plus CD minus BC. BC 10. I thought AB is equal to CD. Hence, it's proved. Question number 7. Why is axiom 5 in the list of Euclid's axiom considered as universal truth? At kya is universal truth. Note that the question is not about the fifth postulate. Axiom 5 states that whole is greater than the part. Axiom 5 says whole is greater than the part. Yani whole number is greater than the fractional number. This axiom is known as universal truth. Universal truth because it holds true in any field and not just in field of mathematics. Let us take two cases. A case one in the field of mathematics and one other than that. Mathematics. Case 1. Let represent a whole quantity and only A, B, C are parts of it. A whole quantity known as T. The ABC part T is equal to A plus B plus C. Clearly T will be greater than all its parts A, B, C, D. T as in this board. Therefore it is rightly said that the whole is greater than the part. When is biggest fields, let's consider the continent Asia. Continent Asia is then let us consider a country India which belongs to Asia. India is Asia. India is part of Asia and it can also be observed that Asia is greater than the India. Chunki India is Asia part of Asia is board India. That is why we can say that the whole is greater than the part. Whole has such a part in board. This is true for anything and any part of the world. Because whole is the greater than the part. Thus a universal truth is universal truth. Assalamu alaikum. Khuda Hafiz.